You might have to shout. Oh, I've got this one on. Got it.
Oh, okay.
There you
Good morning, everyone.
Focus on that.
My name is Jacqueline Alicani, and as Hattie mentioned, I'm a heart patient, and I'm also a volunteer heart survivor spokesperson for the American Heart Association. And I'm a survivor of an extremely rare heart condition that's been diagnosed in about 1 in 17 million people, according to research stats. And that's actually how I came to get involved in my volunteer patient advocacy efforts. Because my condition is usually, when the doctors told me, you're lucky to be alive, because this is something that we usually find during the autopsy.
Oh dear.
And it's one of the things where you usually see on TV, an athlete played a great game. You don't look sick or anything. A lot of people, don't even know they have a problem, and then they sit down and they just, that's it. So when I was diagnosed, it pretty much just scared me to death. So I just, I was so unhappy for days. I just cried for days. And then I started just, reaching out and doing research on my own, and the American Heart Association invited me to get involved with them and learn how to share my story. And then I learned that, sharing my story not only helps me, but it can also help a lot of other people, and also good for clinical care and helping to, create new knowledge bases of information based on patient stories about, their medical experiences. So that really, invigorated me, and it made me feel better, and it became sort of like my therapy. So, and the rest is history. And so I got involved with the American Heart Association, and I also then got involved with a number of other community healthcare organizations as a volunteer patient advocate. And I'm also a president's advisory council member for the National Patient Advocacy Foundation. I'm also with PCORI, which is the Patient-Centered Outcomes Research Institute. And our headquarters is in Washington. And I'm one of the local ambassadors for the West Coast area. And I'm also a part of the research review team, as a patient stakeholder reviewer for PCORI and the Department of Defense, and also a patient rep for the FDA. So I've sort of come full circle. I've learned a lot, and it's really exciting to be here today with all of you, because I'm really impressed with the mission and the objectives of this effort. And when Liz told me about it and invited me to get involved, I thought, wow, this is an exceptional opportunity, because I keep going back and forth to Washington, D.C. and Northern California, and I thought, wow, right here in Los Angeles. I live in the Valley, so I thought, wow, this is really perfect. And I'm actually a USC graduate, so I'm home again. So again, it's really great to meet everyone, and I'm just thrilled and honored to have an opportunity to be involved and to contribute my voice and do whatever I can to help to advance patient-centered health care. And I just appreciate everything that everybody's doing. Thank you.
Well, we're so excited to have you with us, and I hope you'll be here on a regular
I'm planning
basis.
to. I'm planning to.
So for those of you who've just walked in, if you wouldn't mind just grabbing your lunches and coming and getting comfortable.